Yourself, Sean Paul, international superstar, is my very special guest right here on Miss Kitty Live. We're so happy to have him on my show. Having so many accolades under your belt, what gives you the drive to get up every morning and still go hard?
I used to want to say the lady.
A lot of people, the rumor about, Jay-Z tell Beyonce, say, yo, that you can't film with him and that's up there. Was there any truth to that? How did that go down?
I never got to do it. So there was a lot of strange circumstances.
Have you ever spoken to them to clear the air, or have they ever reached out to you to clear the air? Or is it that, you have parted ways amicably? Good afternoon to you, Jamaica. Good afternoon to you, world voice of Shonda Paul on your radio. Good afternoon to everyone locked and loaded to my show. So thank you so very much for making it Miss Kitty Live right here on Nationwide 90 FM. Because I have a very interesting international superstar with whom I'll be speaking, and I'm looking forward to that. A lot of people can have him on their show, you know what I'm saying? And so we start the new year off with an international flair, an international vibe. And so he's going to be on the phone. Sean Paul has been making history and breaking musical barriers throughout his career. The Grammy-winning hitmaker has collaborated with some of the biggest stars in urban music, from Beyonce and Rihanna to DMX and Busta Rhymes. After more than 20 years in the game, Sean is still going strong, dropping his dutty flow, dutty, alongside the likes of Stefflon Don, Jhene Aiko, and Dua Lipa. But many still don't know that he has also accomplished a lot by being a producer. Sean Paul's Dutty Rock Productions label has released rhythms like Rope, Gang Gang, No Caption, and Kalalo, Kalalo. Today, I am pleased to say Sean Paul Ryan Francis Henriquez OD, aka Shauna Paul, is right here on Miss Kitty Live. Good afternoon, Sean. Welcome to Miss Kitty Live. How are you?
Blessed.
Hi.
Out with your body,
Hey.
out with your clothes. Love how you turn up and I give with the pose. Out with your body.
La 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 la. I like that, Sean. I like that. I like that. Round of applause for Sean Paul right there. And that's a drop. I'm going to send to Jeff Bezos, because I'm going to say, Jeff Bezos, you see, I have international superstar friends, okay? So let's know. But let me say happy new year to you, Sean, to you and your family. I wish for you a magnificent, a prosperous new year, one filled with abundance, health, wealth, and strength, and lots of growth and development and happiness.
I wish the same blessings back for you, Miss Kitty, and your whole crew and entire family. God bless you.
Thank you so very much.
Everybody I listen to, enough love and happy new year.
Respect. Sean, it's a brand new year, 2021. How did you ring in 2021, and how has the first 12 days of 2021 been for you?
I was on my rooftop and I was checking out all of the fireworks and the thing. I hope no stray shot never catch me.
Yes.
Because
That's what. Yep.
Especially around here, right?
Yes.
So big up Craigie T. He had a close encounter.
Yes.
But yeah, we just want to say big up to everybody. That was a cool evening, just chilling out for me.
Yeah, and a lot of persons, have made resolutions. Have you made any? And what are you trying to accomplish? What are some of Sean Paul's goals for 2021?
Mostly every year I just refocus. That's my what you call New Year's resolution every year, to refocus the fire.
Yeah.
But throughout the year, you have a focus where you want to go to and certain plans where you want to do. And then you might get sidetracked with one or two of them, or fall behind with some steam on this, the idea, or that idea.
Yeah.
And I think the Christmas break kind of give everybody a chill out vibe, even if it's just a few days with the fam.
Right.
And then get rebooted and go back into it with new fire,
Yeah. So for you,
have to keep them scorched.
the scorcher has to keep them scorching. So you are refocused right now, and that is one of your big resolutions for 2021. Let's backtrack a little bit, Sean, because 2020 was an unprecedented year for everybody. You know what I mean? We have, we went through a pandemic. We're still going through it. Pandemic was thrust upon us. We had to get used to a new normal, wearing of masks, masks, not being able to hug or touch, being in entertainment, travel is a big part of your earnings. How did that affect you and how did you cope?
When I heard about this coming and what everything was happening, I just kind of planned for 2 years in my head because historically the Spanish flu thing was about that time. Not saying it's the same circumstance, but what it has done has given me a whole heap of family time, which I've been very grateful for. And to just reconnect with friends and even the studio here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Touring as much as I was touring, I would come back and do work and put out albums and things, but it didn't give me exactly what I was trying to be able to do, and so that's giving me time. So I kind of focus on those things, in music or even in artwork. To even artwork or music, as I say, you have to kind of just make use of the time. Sometimes you're not on point. Sometimes you're not really doing as good as probably yesterday was, and so you have to refocus every time. So as I say, I use the New Year's to do that. That's my resolution. But just been a crazy time, Just thinking of that. We have lost so much important people in our genre.
Yes.
Due to this thing, and we have been apart from each other and apart from the crowds that love us as the artists.
So how do you deal with that, Sean? Because the crowd, the vibe, I mean, we are in entertainment, we are entertainers, and the vibe that we get from our fans and the vibe that you get from the audience, though many shows have been held virtually, it's really not the same. Has that affected you in any way? How have you managed to deal with that aspect? Because you, especially, you're signing autographs, you're taking pictures, millions of people across the world love you, love your music, and love what you do. Has that being taken away from you, how did that affect you psychologically, emotionally, if at all?
As I said, I planned for the 2 years and I just got busy with the studio. At first, it was very difficult for me to even do that.
Yeah.
I have asthma. I kind of hearing horror stories about it. So I just kind of sat back in the cut and learn how to best protect myself from this thing and then try to get on with life. I don't really like to use the new normal. Because every day, to me, is special. It's not normal at all. So I don't like to use that new normal thing. Every day there are challenges, and every day there are changes in life. It's just been something that is the only normal. Changes in life. So I don't like to say new normal at all. I just like to say, I'm coping with these changes in this way. And how it is was to try to get back into music as much as possible. And I would say earlier in the year it was very dampening for me. And then probably after after Independence time, I started to come out of my shell.
Yeah, kind of lift up back.
And try beat up back to rhythm and
hold that thought.
Well.
Hold that thought. We're talking to Sean Paul, international superstar, right here on Miss Kitty Live. Sean Paul, Ryan, Francis, Enriquez, OD, my very special guest here on Miss Kitty Live on an Island Tuesday this afternoon, talking about the year that was 2020 and of course his New Year's resolution of refocusing and just continuing to work hard. So having to spend time with yourself, spending time with your family, what is the most important lesson, Sean, you learned from that experience about yourself, about your family, and just life in general?
Yeah, as I was just saying, just to appreciate every little time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of examples this year of, should I do this or should I do that? Well, this going to lead you on that path, and this will build your foundation, your family. So I choose that. You know what I mean? Many times for me this year. There's been offers to try and do private shows and things, but also I've been wanting to play my role in not trying to spread whatever this thing is.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to do that. It is hard. I've been taking a hit, but I've also been trying to help out because I've been blessed by God, and I have to realize and understand that everybody's taking a hit. It's not only me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you've been at home and you've been playing the daddy role a lot, Yeah. I know Levi and Remy keep you busy. Keeping keeping you on your toes. So you're a newly minted dad. Your children are toddlers, right? But talk to me about how they have enriched your life since coming into the world.
Well, Levi is a toddler going on 17.
That is so true. Him is very big. Him need a passport. Him need a work. Yeah, him need a job. Levi need a little work.
Yo, he's reminding me of a lot of things, you know what I mean? And that's the beauty in it when you get kids. I mean, you can look in their eyes, you see yourself.
Yeah.
You see your parents, you see your spouse's parents, you see them. So it's like, it's a circle of love.
Yes.
Remy has just started to do schooling, and it's challenging in this time, but we're kind of just going to play it by ear, and safety is the first thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's that. But what it has given me, I mean, to just inspire me again and make me feel young. You know?
Yeah. Whoa.
Me no old foot, but I ain't no young gun.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So the lion heart, I feel rejuvenated when every night when I go home. I mean, recently I lost my father 2 years ago, so every day going through that was terrible, and I know you have similar experience in the past year or so.
Yes, just in August, yeah.
To you
Thank you.
And your family.
Thank you so much.
It's like, the kids kind of really helped me through that.
Yes.
Every day when I came out, I feel sad and tired, but I saw the lineage and I saw the continuation in his eyes, and him smile at me and give me 2 jokes and some foolishness and him run away and
yes.
Spider-Man and Superman same time and all kind of crazy thing, and yeah, it made me feel good, so it has rejuvenated the youth in me a lot.
Nice.
That's a great thing.
How did you come up with the names? Who decided on the names, and why Levi, why Remy?
Well, me and the wife was going through a bag of names, and we had a bunch of them who was laughing at saying, "Can you imagine if we call him this name?" And then one day, I just kept talking to her about him, and same thing, she would talk to me back about him and how she felt, and we kept calling him Levi. So it was like, you realize that the two of we are calling me, and we're like, yeah, all right, that one is a stick. I would like what it meant, you know what I mean? There's a story of redemption in the Bible.
Yes.
Also, Levi, it also means joined in harmony. So it's a great name, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yes.
Also, Remy, it has a Japanese meaning, and I can't remember what it is. I just loved it, and I think it matched her very well.
Yes. Which of your characteristics or attributes do you see in each of them? So in Levi, you see, boy, Miss Kitty, I say this about myself in a Levi, and boy, Miss Kitty, I see this about myself in Remy.
I see patience in Levi at times, even though he's a crazy person, and that's me.
Yes.
That's where he's willing to learn. With Remy, what I see is my smile, them, and she likes outdoors. She loves to go outside, and she's very social like that. So that's what I see with her.
Yes.
Yeah, man. From me, but of course the wife has added so much more. So they are double the threat that we was.
Nice. And her Japanese Japanese meaning of her name is heavens and sky. You know what I'm saying?
So,
yeah.
Merge again.
Nice. Well, I'm quite sure they're happy to have you around and having mommy and daddy around. And, for me, that gives children, the stability and the love that they need to grow and to soar. But Sean, during all of this, the pandemic and all that has been happening worldwide, your musical career has definitely not slowed down digitally at all. Now, this year, last year in late November, when your Spotify numbers were published, it was a whopping 625 million streams. And I definitely want to give you a round of applause for that, because listen to what I tell you, say. Right now, I wish me did one of them songs that even just say la la la, something ignorance. Mr. Sean, call me the Sean, man. Calm me now. Nigel staff can tell you no. Me was say me help found the bands, and you understand? Stop no, man. But bands, man, right? But those numbers, Sean, were very impressive. Talk to me about how did you feel seeing those numbers and seeing those streaming figures?
I always, I don't know how to handle those things in terms of I don't think in those numbers. You know what I mean? I don't really think of that. I know there's how much billion people in the world, but I cannot comprehend it. It's like when you go on a beach, you can't really count as much sand as there is.
Yes.
So to know that there's just a lot of people that appreciate the work,